In this video, I'm going to teach you how to reduce stress while selling a ton of properties at the same time. A career in real estate can really be stressful. You have so many things going on at the same time. You're talking to clients, developers, bookkeepers, lawyers, other real estate agents. It's a lot. And if you want to be an effective real estate agent, you want to have somewhere to manage all of this information. Otherwise, you'll really be stressed out. Over the course of our career, we lost a lot of clients, mainly because of two things. We forgot to follow up, and we forgot to provide them with the information that they need. What tends to happen is that when new clients come up and new inquiries come up, and we answer these inquiries from the new clients, our older clients, which we have not closed yet, we tend to forget about them, and then we fail to follow up, and then they're just waiting for a computation or the buyer's info sheet, and then they're about to reserve. Because dealing with a lot of clients, it takes a lot of willpower and your brain power, and it's really impossible if you're just gonna keep them all in your head. One of the secrets that our sales have improved drastically throughout these months is that we're now using a client relationship management, or a CRM, so that we never forget anything about the client or the task or our schedules about this job. The great thing is that Filipino Homes has designed a CRM specifically designed for the Filipino real estate agent. Now you can encode and never forget about your client's details and inquiries. It's fast and easy to use, so you can focus on your most important tasks. Now let me teach you how we use this CRM software. First, you go to notes.loteriorealty.com and you're going to log in using your Loterio Realty login details. We have 5 main sections in our CRM. We have the project selling, wherein you're going to put your clients for your project selling here. Brokerage sellers, wherein you will be the seller's agent, and then your listings will be located here. For the brokerage buyers, these are for your brokerage buyers. So rentals is self-explanatory, and new agents. So we're going to explain this one by one. I specialize in project selling. This is where I usually spend most of my time in when I use the CRM. So let's say we have a new inquiry. So one day, Michael Jordan sent us a message in Facebook. So let's put in the client name, Michael Jordan. And then you put his email address here, so mike@gmail.com. Then contact number. Okay, then Facebook. Okay, and then the description. So this is where the details come in. So he's interested in a penthouse in 38 Park Avenue. So I put here inquiry 38 Park Avenue. And then he also inquired to us in our Facebook page. So we have a lot of contact points. For example, he contacted us to our Facebook page. So source. So that's FB. So for Facebook. So it has to be quick. So if we put text with TX for text message, or sometimes WhatsApp, put WA, or Viber, VB, you can log in the details quicker. So he's interested in the penthouse. So you give him the details, and then you're communicating with the client back and forth, things like that. While communicating with him, I'll make this entry with him. Source, for example, he's chatting with me through Facebook. So I'll put that normally. After that, I'll put the due date to the next day. Today is September 5, so I'll put it in September 6. And the color is, I add blue for Facebook because he comes from Facebook. I'll save this one first. This one, you can see here blue. I know that this inquiry comes from Facebook. Depending on the color, you can customize it anywhere you like. Your goal here is to move from left to right. Inquiry needs action. For follow-up, so this is where you do the follow-up. For site tripping, if the client wants to see the property. Closing is where the client has already decided to purchase the property. This is where you compile the TIN, the IDs, the buyer's information sheet, the SPA, and all the other requirements from the developers. So this is the closing. And after that, you go for the after sale. So meaning the client has already reserved, congratulations. And this is where after sales is that for the PDCs, for the marriage contract, the birth certificate, this is the after sales for most project selling properties. For example, it's still an inquiry for Michael Jordan. And then he wants After talking to him, he wants to have a detailed floor plan because it's about 100 million for the penthouse. So he wants a detailed floor plan from the developer. And usually developers don't provide that with their sales kits. So you have to request that from them, and it's gonna take them a few days. You move here to needs action, and you put that here. Usually put it above and it says needs floor plan from developer. I'll put it there, put the due date to, let's say, 6, and then save it. You put it there, you request from the developer and put it there. This task doesn't really need to be on your mind all the time. You can just forget about it, and then in the next day you can see that, I have to follow up the developer with a floor plan. We leave Michael Jordan at that. He is still waiting for the floor plan from the developer, and then you have another inquiry, let's say from LeBron James. And his idol is also Jordan. He also wants another penthouse from the same project. He also wants, let's say, the description is where you really need to put things. So he did not contact me through Facebook. He contacted me through WhatsApp. Let's say inquiry 38 Park penthouse, and then let's say source WhatsApp, and then wants to live beside Michael Jordan. Due date with that one will be the next. I'll just put it usually next day. So on the next day, I'll remember to follow up. So he's not very picky. I forgot. WhatsApp is color green, maybe dark green. Okay. LeBron James is not very picky. He's not requesting for the floor plan. After the inquiry, I'll put him for follow-up. That means on the next day, I remember the people to follow up. For example, another day has passed. I know Michael Jordan, we're waiting. When I open Michael Jordan, I need the floor plan from the developer. I need to follow up. Okay. And then when I check my for follow-up column, LeBron James needs a follow-up. He wants to live beside Michael Jordan, so I'll keep that in mind. I say, hello, Sir LeBron James. How did you find the 38 Park Avenue? Michael Jordan wants to live here. Would you like to live here too? So another day passed. We have another NBA basketball player, name of Steph Curry. And he wants a property by the beach. So let's say his inquiry is beach condo in Cebu. And then his source is, he sent me an email. So I'll put them EM. He's looking for a beach condo in Cebu. So for me, emails are color orange. Okay. He's looking for a beach condo in Cebu, and he's coming here to the Philippines next month. He wants a site tripping in the property when he comes to Cebu in October. I'll put here in the site tripping, and he said, I'll put here, wants to see Tambuli on October 1. Okay, I'll put the due date here to October 1. Okay, what will happen is, because we put a deadline, this card on October 1, it's going to turn red. I know on October 1, I need to do something if this card is turning red. That's why for me, deadlines are very important, because if it's not a deadline, I don't open a card because I don't need to do anything. So let's say it's day 4 and then the developer has already provided the floor plans for the penthouse of Michael Jordan. I'll give Michael Jordan his penthouse and I'll put him for follow-up. I'll put the due date for the follow-up. So that's, let's say day 4 is like September 9. So I'll give him September 10, so that I'll be reminded to follow him up on September 10. So I'll save that again. Okay, so on September 10, this one will be red. So I know that I need to follow up with him on September 10. LeBron James needs follow-up. So for example, I followed up with LeBron James and he said, Michael Jordan wants a floor plan. I need a floor plan too. So I'm gonna put him here again in the needs action, and I'm gonna put he's requesting for a floor plan. And then after that, once he gets his floor plan, I'll follow it up here with, I'll move him again for follow-up. Once he gets his floor plan, I'll follow him up again. This one is for clients who are quite picky and they need a lot of tasks for you to close them. So I move here, move here, move here, move here. Eventually, you want them to move here to the right. So either going to site tripping or going to closing. Most of the time, site tripping is optional. You don't really have to go here. The more steps you skip, the faster it is to closing. This happened to me before. It goes to inquiry to closing in just less than a day. You're really lucky if you know a client who knows what they needs, has the money, and very quick to decide. That happens. So you skip this need action, follow up, site tripping, and closing. Most of the time, in our case, it goes from inquiry and then follow up and then closing. Sometimes it goes to follow up 1, follow up 2, 3, 4, and then closing, and then after sales. With this kind of system, and if you're religious about it, you will never forget a single client and all the tasks you need to be able to close that client, and all the tasks you need to support that client in the after sales or during the bank loans and on their documents. So this is a way that you become an effective real estate salesperson, not just in selling properties, but in also serving your clients, because all their requests, you will never forget about it. For me, the deadlines are a big deal, because for me, if I don't have a deadline for a day, I finished following up, I finished everything that I need to do in a day, I can relax. I can play with my kid, I can spend time with my wife, we can go out, we can go to the beach, grocery. The next few parts are self-explanatory. For the brokerage seller section, it's self-explanatory. You go for the inquiry, needs action, follow up. It's basically the same. For the brokerage seller section and for the brokerage buyer section, these are both basically the same, and it will follow a similar step to the project selling. So for the rentals, it's self-explanatory. So you go for inquiry, needs action, and follow up, and then the site tripping. For rentals, it usually ends on the site tripping when the client does decide to go for a property. For brokers and team leaders who are building their team, there's a section here for new agents so that you can have a complete list of everyone you're going to have in their team and also their progress. For example, you have a agent 1. Okay, so let's save it like that. And then first, they have to go through the FIRE training, which is the Filipino Homes Institute for Real Estate. So I'm one of the speakers here. You can check out my training about igniting your real estate marketing if you're interested. Once they completed the FIRE training, they go to the rent manager training. So another type of training. And then after that, they get their CPD units for the CPD training. And then they're going to comply their PRC and DHSUD requirements. After that, they become PRC and DHSUD accredited real estate agents. I've had a lot of inquiries from aspiring real estate agents and say that they want to join my team. I'm not yet building my team. I'm still in school studying to be a real estate broker. And by next year, I'm going to graduate and take the board exam to be a certified real estate broker. I belong with Filipino Homes, and we have a lot of brokers who can help you with your PRC and DHSUD accreditation. This is a requirement that you have to get before you can really start selling real estate. What you can do is contact your closest Filipino Homes real estate agent so that you can join their team. Training is really part of our company culture and system. We have courses there so that you can have all the professional training that you need to become a top real estate agent. So after watching this video, I'm curious if I've convinced you on using a CRM. So please put it in the comments below. What type of CRM are you gonna use? And if you have a better suggestion or better option, please put it in the comments below. I really like to know. If you haven't already, please subscribe and click the notification bell for more tips and tricks about real estate. And as always, see ya!